Good morning, everyone. We're back for another musical morning, and I'm super excited because my thing, I think, is facing the right way this time. Last time we did it, and it was mirror imaged. But we've got my Ginger over here, who is being our videographer, and I am at the house of my friends, Stephen and Casey, and they are here to teach us a little bit about their instruments. So, everyone say hi, Stephen and Casey.
Hi.
Hi. So this is Casey.
Hi.
Casey, can you tell us a little bit about what you're playing?
Yes, so I play the clarinet, and the clarinet is a super fun instrument. I love my clarinet. And it's made of wood, mostly, as you can kind of see, and then it does have some shiny metal buttons. But most importantly, we also have a wood piece up here, and this is called the reed. And the reed makes the sound on the clarinet because it moves really, really fast, kind of like that. You can move your hand like that. Yeah. And when the reed goes like this, then we can make sound on the clarinet. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to take my reed off. See? No reed. And we're going to try to make a sound on the clarinet. Ready?
Oh dear.
Oh, let's try that again.
That's sad.
There's nothing there. All right, let's try it with my reed on. Give me just a second.
So that's just a little piece of wood?
Yes, it's just a little piece of wood.
Huh.
That's all it is. And you get it kind of wet, and then
Okay.
you put it on there. All right, let's try now.
Wow.
Let's try that Wow, I think that worked.
I think it works.
That's amazing. How do you get it wet?
I use my spit in my mouth.
Oh,
And
that's
then
so gross.
It's kind of like a lollipop. Like you just put it in your mouth for a little bit.
And then you make it vibrate. How do you make it vibrate?
I use a lot of air, and I have the reed on my bottom lip too, so it kind of looks like a weasel when you put it in your mouth, like a.
Oh wow, that's really, really interesting. All right, cool. And okay, so you said you have some shiny buttons.
Yes, I have shiny buttons, and if you look really, really close, some of these buttons have holes, or some are holes, I should say, and then others have buttons on them. So like this one is a button, that one's a hole.
They're all different sizes
Yes,
too.
they
There's some
are.
big buttons down here.
Yeah, there's really long buttons.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then there's some like super, super short buttons like that one.
Huh, and what do they all do?
Well, they change the notes. So let's see if I can show you. You can look kind of closely, but.
Yeah. Casey, do you have a piece of music you love to play on the clarinet?
I do. I love to dance, and so I like songs like the Hokey Pokey.
I love the Hokey Pokey.
Yeah.
Can we play the Hokey Pokey?
Absolutely.
Can we dance it together?
Absolutely.
Stephen, do you want to join us and dance the Hokey
You know
Pokey?
I do.
I need one. All right.
All right.
Move this, and we've got. You probably don't have to dance. And
No,
play at
I
the
just
same
want to
time.
stand up and
All right.
have some fun. All right, here we go.
Hokey Pokey on. Okay.
That's what it's all about.
And your foot. You put your foot in. You put your foot out. You put your foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. How about our whole body?
Whole body.
Okay. You put your body in. You put your body out. You put your body in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Hey!
It's amazing. Thank you.
Hey!
But I think Stephen's jealous because we haven't had a chance to talk to him much about his trumpet.
I'm very, very
I
jealous.
wonder if you could talk to us about your trumpet.
I would love to. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a trumpet, and it's a really, really cool instrument. I think it's the coolest instrument, but some people may disagree. The trumpet, you know, Casey talked about how the clarinet is made out of wood. The trumpet is not made out of wood. You can see it's very shiny. What could that be made out of? Let's see if we can figure it out.
It makes
Yeah.
a ringing sound.
Yeah, so if you guessed that the trumpet may be made out of metal, you would be correct. which makes it a really cool instrument to look at because it's super shiny.
How do you keep it so shiny?
I polish it.
Really?
Yeah, I do. And I have to clean it too because since it's metal, sometimes it can get dirt on it and get water on it and stuff. And actually you can kind of see that mine needs to be polished right now a little bit, but we'll move on.
It's okay. It's a casual,
Yeah.
It's a casual video. It's okay.
The trumpet has not nearly as many buttons as the clarinet, and we only have one type of button, but we've got 3 of them right here. These buttons have a special name too. They're called valves.
Valves.
Yeah.
Hers are called keys,
Uh-huh.
and yours are called valves.
That's right.
Interesting. Okay.
And the way a valve works, it's really cool. I push this down right here, and there's actually something inside that moves down, which lets my air go through different parts of the instrument, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are like a lot of little tubes, kind of, where all the music can go through.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah. So Casey talked about how she has a piece of wood, and it's called a reed, and that's what helps her make the sound. Well, I don't have a piece of wood on mine. I've got something a little different. I have this guy right here. It's called a mouthpiece. Yeah. And what the mouthpiece does is it catches the sound that I make with my lips. So my lips are like the same thing that her reed does. My lips vibrate when I blow air through them, and then the mouthpiece catches that and it sends it through the trumpet.
That's a really funny sound.
Yeah.
That's really. I kind of want to see the face that you make when you're playing the trumpet and the face that you make when you're playing the clarinet without the instrument. What does that look like? Oh, that's Casey's is much more interesting.
Yeah, Casey's is funny.
But you have to push your lips together really tight to get a sound on a trumpet, don't you?
Yes, you do.
I wonder, can we try to make it too? It sounds like if you don't have a mouthpiece in front of you, what does it sound like?
Yeah.
I want to try that too.
Yeah.
It makes my mouth tickle.
It takes lots of practice.
I guess
that's
it
for sure.
does.
Yeah.
Wow. So we'll get to those I think maybe in a little bit. But Is there a song that you like to play on the trumpet?
Absolutely. So one of the things that first got me excited about the trumpet was when the Star Wars movies came out.
Oh, I love those movies.
Yeah, and so I really like the music from Star Wars, and I thought I would play some of that for you guys today.
Oh, that's great. You know what I like to do when I hear Star Wars music is pretend I have a lightsaber and make some big swishing movements with my lightsaber. So can we do that together? And maybe if you're at home, you can get out your lightsaber too. How do they kill it? I've got it.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. About Stephen and Casey is that they're married and they have a little bit of a love story. And at their wedding, I hear they've had a beautiful piece of music played. And so I asked them if they would play that piece of music for us today. It's the song from their wedding. And it's really neat to me that the clarinet and the trumpet can play at the same time and sound really neat together. So let's see if you can hear. Maybe you can pick your favorite one and play along. So if you want to play the clarinet with Casey, or if you want to play the trumpet with Stephen, either one.
Ready?
Steven has some extra things here on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling you might want to tell me about some of those things.
I would
What do you
love
have
to.
here?
So one of the really cool things about the trumpet is we get to play a lot of different types of music. And many instruments get to play a lot of different types. But one of the things that helps us do that are these guys down here. They're called mutes. And I've got a bunch of different kinds to show you guys. So this one is called a straight mute. And you can see it's made out of metal, but it's a different kind of metal than my trumpet's made out of.
Oh, they're different colors,
Different color. So I got a straight mute.
So, wait, what does a mute do?
Oh, that's a great question. So the mute fits into this part of my trumpet right here, which is called the bell. And I like to flick the bell because it makes a sound, like a church bell almost. So that helps me remember it's called a bell. So I take the mute and I put it in the bell, and then I give it a little twist so it doesn't fall out, and it stays in there.
Oh, and what does it do?
It changes how the trumpet sounds. So I'll play it without, and then I'll put it in.
Oh, yeah, that's a different sound.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new instrument.
I know, and each mute gets a totally different sound like that.
Oh my
So
goodness.
this one is called a straight mute. Then I've got this guy over here, which is called a cup mute. And it's called that because it kind of has this little cup thing on the bottom.
Oh,
Like it could
okay.
almost hold water in there or something.
Have you ever tried to drink out of it?
Yeah.
I have not.
Huh.
No, I have not.
Okay.
But
Put some juice
I
in it.
feel like we're going to be stuck in the house for a while. So
yeah, so that could be a fun
Give you
activity.
something,
Yeah.
something new to
Don't wanna
try.
do dishes, use your cup mute.
And the cup mute gets a really unique sound that you hear a lot in jazz music.
Okay.
So if you've ever listened to jazz at home, or if you've ever seen like one of those big bands with the trombones and trumpets in the back, you'll often see the trumpets playing the cup mute.
Wow, that's great.
So there's the cup mute. And then this one right here is one of my personal favorites. It has a bunch of different names. Sometimes it's called the clear tone mute, which is what my sticker here says. But it's also been called the solo tone mute as well. And it gets another sound that we hear in a lot of early jazz music and musical theater.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think that one's my favorite.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Next we have the Harmon mute.
Oh, wow.
And you can see my Harmon mute has been loved very, very much.
Yeah, those dents aren't supposed to be there?
Not really.
Oh, I see.
One of my
Used
old
to be
teachers
sweet,
used to say the dents add character. So. But one of the things that's really cool about this mute is it actually has two pieces and it can get two different sounds. So I have the Harmon mute here, and then this part is called a stem.
Oh.
And I can actually pull it all the way out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a big mouthpiece.
It does look like a big mouthpiece. It looks like a tuba mouthpiece.
Yeah. So I can play the Harmon mute with the stem in or with the stem out.
Oh, goodness.
If mom and dad ever listen to Miles Davis at home, you might know this sound. So I really like that sound. It's a very unique sound. Not very many of the other
Yeah,
mutes can
it
sound
kind of
that
makes
way.
the trumpet a lot quieter.
Mhm.
Do you use it at night if you're trying to if you don't want to let people to be awake, yeah, help them sleep, you can play them.
You certainly could. But when I put the stem back in the Harmon mute, it gets a completely different sound. And I bet if you watch cartoons, you've heard this one. Now this last one is really, really special because it's not actually a mute that was originally made for the trumpet. It was originally made with some other purpose in mind.
Oh,
Have
no.
you ever seen one of these?
Oh no!
Yeah.
I
It's
have
a-
one of those in my bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a plunger, of course, and I promise this one is brand new, never been used for anything other than the trumpet.
Oh, good.
I promise.
But it's an actual. You don't buy like a special plunger mute. You go to the hardware store and buy an actual plunger.
That's what I did.
That's amazing.
Just went to the hardware store and bought a plunger. And it works kind of in the same way I was moving my hand back and forth for the harmony mute. You do that with the plunger as well. You cover up the bell and then you pull it away.
That's so neat. I love it.
Yeah.
But okay, so I mean that's so neat. You can really change the way that the trumpet sounds with all the mutes.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, does the clarinet use mutes as well?
No, we don't have a lot of, or any mutes that I know of. So, no, we don't have mutes. But what's really cool about the clarinet is because I have so many buttons and keys, is I can play really, really low, and then I can play really, really high. So we have a really big range of sound that we can make on the clarinet.
Okay.
So I'll start with some low notes. How about that?
Okay.
Wow. Right? And then we can go really, really high.
Oh my
Sorry. They are overblown squeaks sometimes, so just, yeah.
It's okay.
See?
Wow,
So,
that's very high.
yes. But one of my favorite silly sounds to do on the clarinet,
Yeah.
and it sounds kind of like if you have a baby brother or sister, and if they get kind of cranky sometimes, you might recognize this sound a little bit. Right? It's kind of like babies crying
A little bit.
So,
That's really funny.
yeah, you just take your mouthpiece and your barrel off, and you got babies crying.
Well, I'm kind of curious now. What happens if you put a trumpet mute in a clarinet?
I don't know. I don't know if it would work.
I don't know either.
Let's try this one.
This is totally
Oh,
improvised,
this
friends.
one is
I don't know what's
very
going to happen
little.
here.
Me neither.
Hopefully we won't break anything.
Hold it.
I don't want to twist them in there.
I'm just curious what happens to that.
There you go. You got it on low note.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not really a great
No.
mute don't really work very well with the clarinet. That's too
Yeah.
bad. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're just about out of time, and it's been so great to see you. But before we go,
Uh-huh.
Ginger and I have to teach you our hand washing song because we're going to do the hand washing song every day, my friends.
Yay.
All right, so we're going to try the hand washing song, and if you remember, we start by doing it 3 times, kind of slow, medium, and fast, and then we do the shaking part. So if you're at home and you have something that you can shake, you should grab it now. I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you don't have anything, we're just going to shake our hands, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, it goes like this.
Okay.
Hands a washing, wash them till they're drying. Get some water, get some soap, and wash them till they're clean. Hands a washing, wash them till they're clean. Get some water, get some soap, and wash them till they're clean. Hands a washing, wash them till they're clean. Get some water, get some soap, and wash them till they're clean.
Oh, where's the
Towel to wipe them dry. It's on the rack, it's much too high. So
Oh, the best part? Yes.
Wow.
Now we'll
have to shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Now we'll have to shake them, shake them, shake them till they're dry. Now we'll have to shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Now we'll have to shake them, shake them till they're dry.
Do you feel like you know the song?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to play it on your instruments while we sing?
I think I like singing.
Okay, Casey's going to sing with me and Steven's going to play. Are you ready? Was I in G?
A flat.
Okay. Here we go.
Hands a washing, wash them till they're clean. Get some water, get some soap, and wash them till they're clean.
Hands a
Washing, hands a washing, wash them till they're clean. Get some water, get some soap, and wash them till they're clean. Hands a washing, wash them till they're clean. Get some water, get some soap, and wash them till they're clean. Oh, where's the towel to mat them dry? It's on the rack, it's much too high. So now we'll have to shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Now we'll have to shake them till they're dry. Now we'll have to shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Now we'll have to shake them till they're dry.
That was amazing. Thank you all so much. Thank you all.
all for joining us this morning. We'll be back tomorrow with one of my very favorite stories, books of all time. And you might need a piece of paper and a grown-up to help you write a couple things down, because we're going to do something fun that we're going to even use. It's all a surprise. I'll tell you tomorrow. See you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Bye!